Quit playing games with my heart, with my heart. I should have known from the start. But the lyrics of that song, although I'm not the best of singers, remind me of the foolishness that we play games with in a relationship. It reminds me of a relationship that I had in college in which the maturity level was not that high. And we challenged one another and we created hurdles for each other to jump over, and it really didn't fit the end purpose of what we were working towards, that loving and caring relationship that we were hoping for. The first instance of the games that we played was this need to show the other one up, to show that we were better looking than the other one. And we did it by flirting with other people. We did it by sharing all of the compliments and the times in which we were hit on at the bar by other people, so that we could show and prove to that other person that we could do without them. We were better looking. It reminds me of another song by John Lennon from 1973 titled Mind Games. John Lennon says, "Love is the answer. Love is a flower. You have to let it grow." We were hindering the relationship by creating these games. We weren't letting that flower grow. The next thing we did as time progressed and our relationship got stronger was we would ignore the other person if we didn't like what was going on, or if we were unhappy, we weren't getting the attention that we needed. I remember one instance, laying in bed, ready to go to sleep, talking, and a conflict came up, and the other person would just turn away and not look at the other person. It didn't really help the relationship. It created this conflict in the middle between us. Which reminds me of another song. This song by Jewel, titled Foolish Games, from 1997. These foolish games are tearing me apart, and your thoughtless words are breaking my heart. You're breaking my heart. We continued those conflicts, continued to do those things, and we weren't working together towards the end goal of having this loving and caring relationship. We continued to tear each other apart by breaking the other's heart. And then as time went on and the relationship continued, more and more games came between us. More things that we would play with each other continued to break up the relationship. The one I remember most clearly is the challenge that we had on one another that someone was cheating or being unfaithful to the relationship. Even though we didn't think it was true, we did it in order to find out what the person's reaction would be. To find out and see that pain and that anguish on someone's face. To see if maybe our thoughts and our worst dreams or desire or thoughts would come true, that person may have been cheating on us. Joe South sums it up from 1968 in his song, Games People Play. Talking about you and me and the games people play. Oh, we make one another cry, break a heart, then we say goodbye. Cross our hearts and we hope to die, but the other was to blame. Neither one will give in, so we gaze at our 8x10, thinking about things that might have been. It's a dirty, rotten shame. It's those games that we play in life, in a relationship. Maybe not the fun games, the board games, or the sports games that bring us joy and competitive nature, but the games that we play with one another, that I don't like to play. I don't like to play those games. But I think that learning from the gameplays and the songs that talk about gameplay and love and relationship make us think about what it does take to have a healthy relationship without games. To me, it's talking. when you have those expectations in a relationship, rather than playing games to challenge the other person to do better and reach that level of commitment that you want them to, talk about it and make those expectations known and resolve it when those issues arise. And then, maybe you'll be singing a love song.
Segue into introducing another one of my games. Everybody's heard of Mars and Venus? Well, this is the Mars and Venus on a date game, which is fun. It has questions, and it's fun to play in a group. It has A, B, and C questions. One of my favorites, I just happened to pick up for those coming here, was the point of the game is you try to guess how the other person would answer. So one of the questions was, which candy bar would describe my love life? Snickers, Bit of Honey, Three Musketeers.
Payday.
All right, so now we're going to be voting on, everybody's voting for which speaker. But before we do, we need to get our timers report on the two speeches.
Yes, our timers report for the speakers tonight. Lady Tomika, she had 5 minutes, so she qualifies, and Tyler with 5 minutes and 33 seconds. So he also qualifies. Both qualify for today's meeting.
All right, I'm going to turn over control to our area governor, Matt, our general evaluator.
Now this starts our evaluation process. This is a way for the speakers to improve what evaluators try to